Hi there, this is Kevin with GatheringMagic.com, here with our wrap-up of the budget, playing on a budget mono red deck. A little disappointed by our finish here, 2-2. We did lose to kind of the mirror, the RG aggro, which is, you know, it's a coin flip, and did lose that last round to Junk Reanimator, which was very heartbreaking because I did have to mull that last game with that incredibly amazing hand with the 2 Burning-Tree Emissaries and the Lightning Mauler in hand. So anyway, it did pretty well though. You could see the power of this deck against decks that are like unexpected results. I don't even know if that deck, the second round, was an unexpected result. That's what I'm thinking it was. But I mean, it did kill him on 5th turn both games, and that's pretty normal for this deck. So besides the snarky comment by the Junk Reanimator guy about my main-boarded Zealous Conscript, I had a good time. I think that these Junk Reanimator players have such a short memory because they don't remember that it was Zealous Conscripts that actually took out that deck the last time around. I mean, Crater of Behemoth was in a deck, they call it Hoof There It Is or something like that, and it was a very popular deck in Return to Ravnica before Gatecrash was released. But then people started adjusting, like UWR Flash decks started adjusting with Izzet Staticasters, and the red decks just started boarding in more, or putting in main board Zealous Conscripts even more in the board, either the Thunder My Hellkites or Zealous Conscripts. So it didn't even matter if the Angel of Serenity took all your dudes. You were just going to go over top of them with the Zealous Conscripts and Thunder My Hellkites. Thunder My Hellkite, of course, is another card that you can add to this deck as you get more cards. But I mean, this right now, this deck is under $100. It is very feasible to pick up. The Hellrider comes in the pre-constructed Sorin versus Tibalt deck, and the rest of these cards are quite easy to find as well. And I highly recommend, if you're a new player, if you like aggro, that this deck is something you could take to your FNM and do very well with. The only change I would make, I think 3 Pyreheart Wolves might be a little too much, and to go up to at least 21 lands. I would even suggest maybe going up to 22 lands. These Pillar Flames weren't very good in our videos here, but we did not go up against a deck that they are very good against. They're very good against Naya Blitz. You can kill off their mayors, their champion of the parish, before it gets up to 3 counters. Hits a lot of things. The Searing Spears are very amazing too against that deck. And yeah, they were kind of lackluster. Maybe we need more board than what we were able to. I mean, maybe the Skullcracks need to come down in numbers here. Maybe 3's not enough, and maybe 3 Mizzium Mortars. Maybe we're relying too much on this creature removal type strategy rather than putting in more creatures that are good versus that Junk Reanimator deck or control decks. But I do like the Volcanic Strengths in the sideboard. I really did like this Mad Cat skills. It was great. I'm not sure about Brimstone Volley. That's another thing you could mess around with. I'm still liking Traitorous Blood. I think it's great in those matchups with Rakdos. You just take the Rakdos, smack them with it, and you've just negated the 5 damage or 5 life they gained with it and a blocker. I still, like I said, I still like this Flames with Firebrand versus Naya Blitz and versus Junk Reanimator. A lot of times they do have 3 dorks on board, and you can just kill 3 dorks and put them so far behind. Didn't get to see that in that video, but yeah, it is what it is. Still feeling good about how we did overall. A 2-2 finish in a standard daily is not too shabby. I mean, these are decks that people put a lot of time into and a lot of money into when they go into the standard daily. I mean, there's great prize support for it. Costs 6 tickets to enter, so it's, you know, it's nothing that you'll see a bunch of just crazy decks enter. So these were all very competitive. People were planning on winning. Anyway, the MVP again, I think Hellrider, that would have been a different story last game if we would have been able to draw into that 5th land source a little bit quicker, or if he didn't have the Angel of Serenity in hand that turn, it would have been a victory for us. So yeah, it is, like I said, it's a little bit disheartening that we weren't able to keep that hand in game number 4, but yeah, that's Magic for you. Pick this deck up. Go to CoolStuffInc.com for great prices and pick these cards up. It's a very, very fun deck for new players. Like I said, if you want to try out aggressive decks, this is the cheapest version you're going to find. Anyway, this has been Kevin with GatheringMagic.com. Thanks for watching. For more great Magic the Gathering videos, check out my YouTube channel at YouTube/RogueDeckBuilder. See you next week.